Is there an easy way to understand your credit card rewards? Are there resources to help you out? We're going to get into that in today's video. Hi everybody, I'm Brandon Gustafson. I own and operate two assisted living facilities, and I created this channel for people like you to learn the ins and outs of investing in assisted living. Welcome to Assisted Living Investing. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In our last video, we talked about what are credit card points. What are they? You can go over there, watch that, and kind of get a good overview of what those credit card rewards are and how they, a little bit of how they work. But today, I really want to get into how they work. How do those credit card rewards work? What's that process like? How do you figure out the conversion? We're gonna get into that. So, is there a simple point conversion system? No, no, there's not. As I mentioned in the previous video, point systems can vary amongst credit card companies, that even among the different cards under the same credit card label, under the same credit card company umbrella, they can differ. Most credit card companies will have a conversion table on their website that you can look up, though I'm going to be completely honest with you, they're not super easy to find. The best way to find those conversion tables is to perform an internet search for something like point conversion system for my credit card. And if you just try to find it and navigate through their website, more than likely you're going to have a hard time trying to find out how exactly where that table is, because they hide it pretty well. I've had several where it's just like, I cannot figure out where this is, and so just take some time, probably do an internet search and see if you can figure out where that system is. Once you found it, it becomes relatively simple to do the conversion, but there's not like a straightforward, just everybody has to follow this same table, the same rules. People, they all just have different systems. So make sure you look up what you need for your specific card. You'll even find that with certain vendors or certain market segments, I've talked about this before, so like gas stations or supermarkets or something like that, you'll get different reward amounts. So something like 2 times the points or 3 times the points if you go to a gas station, or if you buy groceries at this store, or if you use a big club like Costco or Sam's Club. Or you might get 2%, 3%, 5% cash back. Discover Card is one that is popular, that gives you 5% cash back, but they rotate it on a quarterly basis. So you got to stay on top of which market segment am I working with. It could be club warehouses and Amazon, or it could be supermarkets, or it could be gas, or it could be travel. And they'll give you extra perks, extra cash back for the quarter, and they'll just advertise that, so you have to sign up for it and just kind of be aware of it. So when you're looking at different cards, you want to make sure, which point systems are they? Is it going to be rotating? Is it something I can take advantage of all the time, or is it something that I need to be aware of? And for 9 months of the year, I'm not going to be able to take advantage of all of the money I'm spending on groceries in an assisted living facility. So you kind of want to do some research on that and figure out what's going to work best for you there. Now, the next question is there a simple way for me to normalize credit card reward values? And I would say yes, there is. The easiest way to kind of normalize those credit card rewards is to determine the cash value. I'll put that in quotes again, the cash value of a point, and then put a nice round number of rewards to see what their normalized value is. So you can see in this table that I've kind of normalized things by doing a rewards earned at 10,000. So let's say you've earned 10,000 points. So that's the type of redemption we've got. Your total redemption value is in there as well. And then you'll still need to look at that point value for your credit card. But this type of table can help you determine the cash value of your rewards, and can help give you a familiar number to work with. So in this table, you can see, you've earned 10,000 points, and then you've got on there, if it's the point value of cash back, or if it's a gift card, or if it's miles, whatever it is that you need to do. And then it has the redemption value. So it says, 1 point is worth 1 cent, or 1.25 cents, or 1.5, or 2 cents. And then you just kind of do the math on that and figure out what that point value is. It's not going to be always that simple and straightforward. Some of these point values are going to be worth zero point 0.6 or 0.75. And so you need to get with your credit card vendor and figure out kind of what their point value, their reward value for the real cash value is. But then if you just kind of multiply that by 10,000, that's going to help normalize these numbers for you so you can kind of get a feel for what they are. And then you can kind of use that across the board with the different credit card companies that you're looking at. In my next table right here, I've got, you can easily calculate the value of your points. So I talked about that just a second ago. This is how you do that. So if you take the value of the points, so let's say you have 10,000 points and you multiply it by the point value. So in this case, what I'm showing on here, it's 1 cent per point is the value of that. So you take 10,000, you multiply that by 1 cent, and that's $100. That's the point value. It works this way because 1 cent is basically a percentage. So that's how you would look at multiplying percentages. And I've shown that here also in this table. So if you have 10,000 points, it's 1% cash back. In this case, let's say rather than a point value, it's $100 in cash back. So that's kind of how you can do it. That's how you can figure out what that process looks like, how you can do that conversion, how you can normalize each of your points so you can have a better understanding of what you're looking at when you're trying to dig through and figure out what the point values are for each of your cards. It can be overwhelming when you're looking at 10 different cards and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't figure out which one is the right one for me. This is a good way for you to kind of normalize exactly what those point values are. There are several resources though out there for you that a lot of them do this kind of work for you, so you don't have to do it, which is great. You can find just incredible resources online that find the best reward systems for a credit card for you. So some of my favorites that I've used in the past are the Points Guy and NerdWallet. I highly recommend those websites. They do really good in-depth analysis on the best cards. They update them on an annual basis. They are consistently looking on there. Just very well done, very easy to read through and find the information that you need for a card that's going to work best for you. So highly recommend you getting on their websites and kind of using them as you're trying to figure out which card is going to be best for you once you've decided that you want to move forward with a card. So spending that time researching the credit cards on their website, using those resources, the Points Guy, NerdWallet, getting on some of those different blogs and things like that, it's going to just kind of help you make the best decision for you for your credit card rewards. Now, make sure that you do take into consideration, however, how you'll be using your business credit card when deciding which rewards are going to be best for you. So you're going to be spending a lot of money on groceries. I would say, apart from our wages that we pay to our staff, groceries is by far the next biggest expense item that we have in assisted living. So you're going to be spending a lot of money at Walmart or Target or one of those club warehouse stores or your local supermarket or something like that. And so you want to find a card that's going to give you extra points for all of the groceries that you're going to be purchasing. So look for something that gives you points for supermarkets or warehouses is what I would highly suggest that you do. If there's also going to be a certain vendor that you're purchasing a lot from, say there's a Walmart that's just 2 blocks away from your facility, and that's just where you're going to do. You do Walmart Plus, and you can get the free delivery from Walmart, and you're just like, you know what, this is what we're going to do. See if they have a card, because if you use their card, typically you're going to get like a premium in point values for those. And so just kind of keep an eye on that. So some of the ones that you would consider are, I've mentioned these several times throughout the videos, are Walmart, Target, Sam's Club, Costco. If you have one of those by you and you know you're going to be working with them consistently, then I would suggest getting with them. Maybe you have a local supermarket that has their own card, like the Kroger brand of supermarkets. They probably have a card. I'd say Kroger because in different parts of the country they are known under different names, but you're familiar with what you're going to be using. So get in with that vendor, see if they have a credit card. If they don't, then see if you can find one of those more major credit cards that are going to give you a premium on points for the money that you're going to be spending at each of those vendors. And don't rush into a card just because one of those websites says that you should. So love the Points Guy. I love NerdWallet. They are great resources. But just because they say it's the best small business credit card does not mean it's the best credit card for you. Do your research. Don't just rush into it like, oh my gosh, he said that this American Express card is the best one. I'm doing it. Take your time. Just kind of look at it. In general, their guidance is probably correct. They probably have the general guideline for which card is the best, but just because it's best for most people does not mean it's the best for you in your specific situation, especially in assisted living when we're spending so much money on groceries. You might have a better option, so just do your research and find the best card for you is what I would tell you to do. I don't know that I can give you the best one. We have a few different cards that we use actually, and I'll get into that in a future video, and I'll link that up above. And next time we're going to be getting into credit card points for small businesses and how they work. So make sure you watch that video, and I'll explain how you can take advantage of this for small businesses and how it might work for you. To learn more about investing in assisted living, make sure you visit me on assistedlivinginvesting.net for other content. I've got a blog up there. You can set up a consulting call with me. Would love to have conversations with you. And then please follow me on all my other social media platforms. And remember, it doesn't take a lot, just a little bit. Just keep going step by step by step. Keep making progress. If you keep being consistent, you will be successful. Thank you for watching and have a great day.